Hi friends, it's Tuesday, July 16th. We just finished our Board of Supervisors meeting. I'm Adelita Grijalva, your District 5 Supervisor. So we started at 9:05 and ended at 12:59. It was a little bit of a long meeting. We had some good discussion. We had 20 speakers for call to the audience. Everyone was very respectful and stayed to a point that was relevant to the Board of Supervisors and items that we're going to be voting on. So I appreciated that. PAC is over full. They're at past capacity with dogs, cats, and it's kitten season. So if you can foster or go and adopt, really, please do. Job Path there was a contract that was approved 5-0, and if you, basically we modified the contract significantly. The amount came down to $600,000, and they're going to be working more hand in hand with Pima County, and I think that that's really important for the services that they provide, and that we're going to be asking for much more regular updates on how that contract is going. The Workforce Investment Board, there was a presentation. Thank you to former chair Mark Vitale and current chair Eric Mayers for coming in and talking about the work of that board. There was we had a mosaic presentation, and it's kind of confusing because there's items number 28 through 31 that are all have to do with mosaic, sort of exchanging of different agreements, that kind of stuff. It was a little bit confusing, so that took some time, but I think it's important that when we look at what we're expecting the mosaic project to bring in as revenue, almost 80% of the revenue is expected to come from local teams and groups that are coming to play. Only 12% of the gross revenue is going to be travel teams, which I think is important because really what it's really doing is trying to build capacity within our own community for a lot more opportunities for young people and all people of all ages to be able to participate in this facility. I do think it's important to note that the Mosaic Foundation is expected to serve 8,000 people a year, and they're going to be putting more than $1 million into that foundation to ensure that local students and participants can access all of the services in this really premium location. So we approved the 2025 legislative agenda, included 7 additions from District 5, 1 from each D3 and D4. And what this does is this is our legislative agenda. It goes forward to the County Supervisors Association, and they, pick and choose what they like from all of the other counties that submit in Arizona, and then that's what comes forward as the state legislative agenda. In my experience in serving on the TUSD board, most of the time what you think is a really important issue does not come up, but I think it was important for us to be able to push forward items like increasing the capacity for affordable housing, really advocating for full day funding for kindergarten, which is something that I don't know Pima County has done before, but I think is so critically important to establishing a good base for all of the people in our community. So I hope that our CSA will pick those. We did approve a unanimous move forward with a pre-application for a housing preservation grant, and I took that opportunity to again ask, how are we leveraging the funds that have been dedicated to housing, the $5 million that D5 advocated be put in the budget and has been put in for the last 3 years? How are we leveraging that and trying to get more federal and state funds for housing? And really good news on the monthly financial update. We're nearly $5.6 million are going back. We're in the black, 5.6 million more than we thought we were going to be at this time in February, which I think is really good. There's been a lot of work done by the Sheriff's Department, a lot of work done to try to bring down what was projected to be is really way over budget. So I think that's great because we're very critical as a board on where the Sheriff's Department was financially, and I think that they also deserve kudos of doing a lot of work in reducing their overage. And so what that means is 1.4 million is going to go into affordable housing. So this next upcoming year, we're going to have 6.4 million in affordable housing as opposed to just the 5, and then 4.1 is going into contingency. So I think that that's going to be very helpful for Pima County in general. So we're doing really well financially. And then Catholic Community Services, we approved a grant for Pima County to continue to provide that area in the back of our Pima County Juvenile Court Center to Casa Alitas, and that's the location on Ajo. And then we passed an extreme ordinance draft. So extreme heat ordinance, I apologize. And so what that means is we approve this draft to go out into the community and to sort of solicit feedback. What do you like? What don't you like about this draft ordinance? And then from there, it's going to come back to us on August 13th at our first meeting in August for an approval. And if we decide to pass this ordinance, then what this does is it impacts all of the Pima County employees in a lot of extreme heat protection for our employees and anyone that works in spaces that are not regulated by AC. So if you're not working inside, all of the people that are working in wastewater, all of our employees that are working in facilities that are really exposed to a lot of extreme heat, not just direct sunlight, but we're talking working in warehouses, that all of them will have some protections. And everybody that chooses to be a vendor and a contractor and work with Pima County, they will also have to adopt all of these same requirements that are listed in the ordinance if they want to contract with Pima County, which I think is great. And it's just really protecting more and more of our people from extreme heat. And so with that, our next meeting is August 13th. I do have some really cool events coming up. So please join Borderlands Theater for the Art is Vital Art and Wellness Fiesta on July 27th from 6 to 10 at Berger Performing Arts Center. This initiative looks at the intersection between arts and community health. There will be artwork featured from our annual D5 art contest at the event. There will be a musical concert, Anita, and after a free fiesta with music, heritage food booths, art exhibits, and other activities. So please join us there. Back to school events. The 13th annual Kids Back to School event hosted by Arizona Bilingue newspaper will be on Thursday, July 25th from 4 to 8 at the TCC. They will have free giveaways, back to school entertainment, and other resources for all families in our community. And please join Impact Tucson Family and Community Resource Fair on Saturday, July 27th from 10 to 12 at Palo Verde Magnet School. Don't miss this amazing community event. Food, fun, and freebies await, open to all TUSD students and families. And for more information, you can visit www.tusd1.org/impactfac, FAQ. With that, thank you so much. Stay safe, my friends. It's really hot out there. Thanks for keeping up with Pima County politics.